Nick, thank you. And a billboard intended to bring awareness to a decades-old cold case was found vandalized with spray paint this morning in Mason City. Jody Huisentruit went missing nearly 25 years ago on her way to work as a morning anchor in Mason. And more than a year ago, 4 billboards were put up in the city to keep that case alive. Today, one of them was defaced. Our Barrett Leone joins us in the newsroom with details on this crime. Barrett.
Well, Tom, the billboard was spray painted with the former Mason City police officer's name, Frank Stearns. Stearns was a longtime investigator on Jody's case. Along with his name are the words machine shed. A patrol officer found the sign vandalized at 12:15 this morning. I did speak with Mason City Police Chief Jeff Brinkley on the phone today. He says the vandalism is not helpful or useful to Jody's case, but rather a distraction. Steve Ridge, a close follower and independent investigator of Jody's case, says 2 people in dark clothing were seen on surveillance footage parked behind a nearby tavern committing the crime.
And brought it around and very methodically moved the ladder along to write the letters Frank Stearns, former lieutenant of the Mason City Police Department. And then they replaced the ladder and in one foul swoop wrote machine shed, implying that perhaps is where to look for Jody's body.
Ridge says he spoke with Stearns today, who wants the people responsible prosecuted. Josh Benson, one of the founders of the FindJody.com, sent a statement to KTTC saying, quote, "We're disappointed someone chose to vandalize one of our billboards instead of just reaching out to FindJody.com or the proper authorities with information they may have. You can do so anonymously." Reagan Outdoor Advertising graciously kept that billboard up 17 months at no charge to us, but now they'll be taking it down. We'll be discussing options moving forward. The organization also chose to blur Stearns' name from their website since they, quote, "have no facts behind the claim." And according to FindJody.com, the billboard will be taken down tomorrow. If you have any information on the crime, contact the Mason City Police Department at 641-421-3636 or North Iowa Crime Stoppers. Reporting live in the studio, Barrett Leone, KTTC News.
Barrett, thank you. And investigators have been unable to determine the cause of a fire that tore through the Minneapolis Drake Hotel on Christmas, displacing hundreds of people. Demolition of that 93-year-old hotel started Saturday morning, continues today. Firefighters responded at around 3 a.m. December 25th. The building was evacuated and the 4-alarm fire was not fully extinguished until the next day. The 3-story building served as an overflow shelter for people experiencing homelessness. At least 200 people were left without a place to stay, many of whom are now being sheltered by churches and another hotel. The Minneapolis Fire Department says the investigation has determined the unit where the fire started, but not the exact cause. The flu has claimed another life here in Minnesota. The state health department is reporting an 8th person died from the flu in the past week. So far, all the deaths this season have been adults, no children. Overall, the illness has hospitalized more than 500 people across the state. Time is ticking for Minnesotans to get a Real ID compliant driver's license. New research shows only 10% of the population has gotten it. Danny Spiewak has the details.
Well, it's finally 2020, the year Real ID takes effect in Minnesota. This all dates back to increased federal standards passed after 9/11. So before you stand in line at the DVS to get a Real ID, here's a couple of things you need to know. The biggest impact to your everyday life is going to be travel. Starting October 1st of this year, you will not be able to get on a flight with just your regular driver's license. A regular driver's license also won't get you into a federal facility like the federal courthouse here in downtown St. Paul. For all of this, you'll need a Real ID, one with a gold star on it. To apply for one, you'll need to bring documents proving your identity, date of birth and legal status, your social security number, and Minnesota residency. After you apply for a Real ID, be prepared to wait at least a month, if not longer. You can also get an enhanced ID that would double as a passport at border crossings. Or you can just use your passport. Whatever you do, you're not the only person that has a decision to make in 2020. It was reported before the new year that only 10% of Minnesotans are Real ID compliant right now. So it's going to be a very busy year getting ready for all of this.
Well, in other news, there's a growing movement to change part of the Minnesota Constitution. St. Paul Police Chief Todd Axel wrote Tuesday in a Facebook post that his goal is to ignite a movement to change state constitution to remove a pre-Civil War reference to slavery being an acceptable form of punishment. The idea already has support from at least one state representative, John Lesh of St. Paul. He hopes to have a change to the wording on the 2020 ballot. Those fruity flavored e-cigarette cartridges are about to be a thing of the past. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services announced a new policy prohibiting the sale of the products. Under the FDA rule, vape companies will only be allowed to sell 2 flavors of vaping cartridges, tobacco and menthol. They will have 30 days to stop manufacturing, distributing, and selling other flavored cartridges. Now, the ban just applies to flavored cartridges.